We're here for the School of Social Justice. YouTube, welcome. This is the handout that we're working on today. Please go to the Discord under the School of Social Justice tab and get your handout for the day. Okay, everybody. Go ahead and stop me if you have any questions. I'm just going to kind of start going through it. So, today we're going to talk about self-care, okay? And this is developing your self-care plan by brainstorming people, programs, and activities within each domain. Now, typically in the School of Social Justice, we talk about social justice issues. I think all of us are a little bit fucking exhausted. So we're going to take a step back for the day. And we're going to go over self-care and things that we can do to make sure that we are protecting ourselves and making sure that we are staying in the best mental, emotional, and physical health that we can. So we're going to start out first with intellectual. I know this is backwards, but like I said, if you go to Discord, you can take a look at this. So we're going to talk about intellectual first. So a couple of things that I wrote down for intellectual are reading a book, listening to a podcast, okay? It can be anything that is stimulating your mind, but also in a way that is keeping you balanced, calm, relaxing, things like that. Does anyone else have any other ideas if they want to share? If you don't want to share, that's fine also. YouTube, I'm also on TikTok, so if you see me look down, that's why. Does anyone else have any things that they would want to add for intellectual self-care? Those are just the two that I decided to put up. Reading, okay. I do bird watching, okay. Is that something that like stimulates your mind though? Like, are you learning about the birds? Because we do have, just so you know, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different categories. So some of these things may fall into different categories. But if you're doing something like bird watching, but you're also like learning about what, you know, species of birds are, or what, is that the right word, species? Then that's definitely something that would fall under intellectual. This is kind of like you're still learning, you're still educating yourself, but in a way that is soothing for you. The just so that you guys know, the topics, just so you can kind of like plan ahead, are intellectual, emotional, environment, physical, spiritual, financial, community, and occupational. So when you're thinking about your self-care activities and things like that, kind of have those topics in mind, okay? So moving on to the next one, emotional. What do you do for your emotional self-care? These can be things like crying, literally can be self-care for your emotions. Talking to a friend, talking to a therapist, anything like that. Journaling, yes, amazing. Journaling is a great one. Journaling doesn't necessarily work for me personally, but journaling is, in general, one of the best ways that you can kind of help regulate your emotional mental health, your emotional health. Journaling's a great one. Thanks, Jan. Anyone else have anything else? I think screaming, yes, I love screaming. Screaming's a great one. Go scream into the ocean, scream into a pillow, fuck, scream in the middle of your local coffee shop. I think people would understand at this point. Into the void, yes. Another good one could be writing a letter. You know, kind of similar to journaling, but a little bit more targeted. Doesn't mean that you have to send it, but you're kind of getting some stuff out. Hey, Vader. Okay, so next one, environmental. This could be going for a walk. It could be the bird watching. Just touching grass, sitting on a lawn, exploring nature. What are some other ones that you guys can think of for environmental self-care? I mean, it literally could even just be like, what are we talking about today? We're talking about self-care. Different categories and what we do in those different categories to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. I use the 5 apps for regularly for voicing my anger to our reps. That works. I love it. I mean, whoop. I walk around the lake. Nice. It's from the last category, though. Occupational. I mean, I feel like some of these categories can cross over, to be fair. But yeah, I see where you're going with that. Just watching the waves. Yeah. I love going to the beach. Environmental is harder, but walking the beach helps me. Yeah. I mean, even like, this would not be for me because I'm a fucking germaphobe. But even like walking and like, let's say you want to pick an area to pick up trash. You know, that could be environmental. That could be physical. It could be community. You know what I mean? I prefer to think of things like, you know, walking through nature or watching waves, but yeah. Physical. I feel like for me, physical is the one of the toughest ones for me. Now, when I can get myself started into a routine, yoga, Pilates, and my physical therapy exercises put into a routine, like a fluid, cohesive routine, really helps me. Going for a walk. I'm not a gym person. I don't like gyms. Gyms actually make me more depressed. But doing my like yoga routine and then maybe lifting some light weights, stretching is great. I also, when I had a house, one of my favorite things for physical activity was in the yard, mowing the lawn, weed eating, gardening, like any of that stuff. I loved it so much. That's the one thing I miss about not having a house, is having a yard to play in. What about you guys? What do you guys think? Volunteered at a food bank, but broke my foot this weekend. I'm still so angry with myself. Yoga for the win. Oh my God, Jan, you broke your foot? I'm so sorry. Volunteering at a food bank, definitely. Physical, community, definitely falls in those categories. Fuck, I'm so sorry you broke your foot. Oh my God. I did. It's my driving foot too. Oh my God. You just commented back to all the fascists and not one of my comments will show. So go back and look though, because I made a comment and it wouldn't show mine at first either. And then when I went back, it was there. Forced me to stay home and chill. Me 3, thanks. Yeah, I remember. So during COVID, after I spent 6 months being drunk, I started, and before I started school, I started door dashing again. And I had door dashed for about a week. And then I came home for lunch and I went out my back door, slipped down one step, broke my ankle and my foot, and just like the stupidest breaks, like little just chips off, one off my ankle, one off my foot. My driving foot, of course. I had to wear one of those stupid boots. It was so ridiculous. So I feel you. I'm so sorry. I did. I went back. None of them there. It's on your post. Oh my God, Cosmic. I'm so sorry. TikTok, get it together. Quit silencing us. Okay. Spiritual. I'm not a religious person. I do believe in Mother Nature and the universe. I'm more of like pagan, Wiccan leaning, but also like agnostic atheist, if that makes any sense. But if I were backed into a corner and I had to choose between God and Satan, I think I would choose Satan because I think that they got a bad rap. I think there's a lot of misinformation out there about Satan. So, but since I don't believe in either, I more believe in scientific things when it comes to spirituality, like the universe and Mother Nature. Things I can actually touch, feel, taste, see, all of those things. Oh no, it's nuts what we go through. Boot it up with pain meds, but I can't be silenced. Yes. They say as they please, but not us. That's not social justice TikTok. I know, exactly. I use Buddhism techniques for chanting, and it's my big one. Nice. I finally found my candles. So I need to start doing my morning candle lighting rituals and expressing the positivity into the universe. I need to start doing that. I found my candles, so I no longer have any valid excuses. I just need to get back to it. What about y'all? Anything spiritually that y'all do? And no judgment. Listen, no judgment here. As long as you don't use your religion or your spirituality to spread hate and violence, everybody's welcome here. Sokagaki, what is that? I'll have to look that up. I'm going to screenshot that. Myohorenkayo. What is that? Did you just get me to say bad words in another language on TikTok? Am I going to get banned? TikTok shop. Type of Buddhism I follow. It's a philosophy. Okay, nice. Awesome. No, I didn't. I didn't think you would. I was joking. I don't really know. I'm deconstructing Christian, and I love the Buddhist thoughts on life. Nice. Yeah. I can get behind Buddhism to an extent. I don't know a lot about it, but I like the vibe of it, if that makes any sense. So, but I don't really believe any religion is the one. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think that, like, whatever is interpreted many different ways. Plus, I think a bunch of shit is made up. Okay. It's centering, and I still believe in Christ embodiment. Gotcha. Well, that's cool. All right. Next up, financial. Fucking-financial. Oh my God. I don't even know how to say this one. I'll give an example. This morning, I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I've got $10, right? Give or take. Not feeling great. I'm out of my coffee. A responsible person would have gone to the grocery store and bought a bag of coffee. But I was feeling like I needed a treat to, I don't know, just for existing. So I went to Starbucks and I got a mocha. And I got a little vanilla bean scone. And then, while I was waiting for my coffee, I looked up bankruptcy attorneys for low-income people. So, even though I made an irresponsible decision, I also made a move in the direction of trying to fix my credit by just making it go away. Which, you know, some people might deem as also irresponsible. I deem it as self-preservation, you know. Financial one is hard. That's important to move forward. No, exactly. I've done it both ways before. I've filed bankruptcy before, and I've paid off all of my debt before. I've done it both ways. And what I do know is that the like filing bankruptcies in the past, I don't look back on and regret. I absolutely don't look back on it and regret it. What I do regret is the thousands of dollars that I spent repairing my credit. And I think about it a lot, about the things I could have done with that money. When we were getting all of our stimuluses and our extra unemployment during COVID, I spent all of that money to pay off my debt and to get a house, like rent a house, which turned into like 3 of the most traumatic fucking years of my life. Now, on one hand, I'm glad I experienced the you know, I had a really cute house. I had a yard. It was great. And I felt like I had really accomplished something. On the other hand, if I would have taken that money and fucking bought a bus back in 2020 and had just like walked away from all of the people that I inevitably walked away from anyways, if I would have done it then, oh my God, I would be in such a better fucking position now. And that is the regret that I have. Not filing, like, I've filed bankruptcy twice in the past. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's all fucking made up anyways. All of the wealthiest people in the world file bankruptcy several times. It's true. It's true. But those are the things I look back on and regret, you know? is all of that money that I spent just to get in a fucking credit disaster again, you know? And it's like, I don't know. I just know that this time will be different because I am different now. I filed bankruptcy in my divorce and I'm glad I did. Regrets are rough, but future, you knows, no. Yeah. Exactly. Those companies are not hurting because I have not paid my debt off. Knows now. Yeah, exactly. Make sure to run up those cards as high as you can before you file. Get what you need. And everything is as fucking maxed as it can be. I already did that. Not on purpose either. Not on purpose either. I was literally just trying to fucking survive. And yeah. The only thing that I'm concerned about is that I have been able to establish new credit since then. And I don't want those to get messed up by filing bankruptcy. So I'm going to have to talk to an attorney about all that. But yeah. Okay. Anyone else have anything to say about financial? And YouTube, I'm sorry for the people that are watching this later. I'm looking at TikTok a lot, but there's literally nobody on my TikTok or on my YouTube live for now. So you got to get that. If you're here, if you see this, like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Okay, so next we have community. Now, I want to stay as far away from community as I possibly can, unless it's virtual. I don't want to go around people. That's my self-care, is to not be around people. But I still can be a part of community in other ways. I hate people too. Yeah. Virtual communities count. Yes. This is part of my self-care. This is part of my self-care. Not only just coming on here and being around people, but also being able to do stuff like this and help educate people and just bring something to the table. You know what I mean? Not really, but lately. Ugh. Yeah. I just... Oh, I had made a note here, actually. My 4 kids play baseball. I'm sorry. Do you have like a friend, a sister, an uncle, a cousin that you can just give the kids to? I mean, if you just give your kids to somebody else, then you don't have to go to baseball anymore. You can still visit them. I'm just kidding. Obviously, you're not going to give your kids away. But man, having to go to that much baseball? I wish I lived out of state. I'm at the park 7 days a week. So many people. Oh my God. No. I forgot that I had made a note here about the financial that I just wanted to add. I wrote that sometimes paying a bill late to pay for self-care is okay, as long as it doesn't endanger your stability. I want to add an amendment to that. Sometimes, even if it does endanger your stability and it's what you need to get you through that minute, it's okay. Because sometimes those minutes are crucial. I moved away from them for a reason though. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, community can be so many things. You know, it can just be talking, you know, talking things through with a friend. It can just be this, you know, it can be volunteering. It can be having a block party on your street. It can be going to a night market. There's so many things that can count as community as long as it's helping you. As long as it's making your mental, emotional, and physical health better, then that counts. What do you guys do? And I know it's hard with community these days. It's like it's hard to be involved without being involved. But do you guys have some activities or anything that you guys do to incorporate that? Oh, and also, I keep forgetting things. For financial, I applied for another scholarship. Well, it's not a scholarship per se. It's actually a student emergency fund through my school. I applied for that today. So, fingers crossed that I get that. I have woes in this department. What do you mean, Jan? Thank you. I volunteer at the Civic Center Music Hall so I can watch Broadway musicals for free. Fuck yes. That is awesome. I have woes in the community. Yeah. Community's tough these days, you know, especially when you don't know. It's like we literally live in this place now where it's like if you don't know someone, you want to fucking vet them first. Like literally, who did you vote for? Did you vote? Before we can even have a conversation, I need to know these things, you know? The way people act in our community Facebook page, I'm safer at home. Oh my God, let me tell you guys about Facebook pages. My students' parents are migrants and I drop off food, but it's hard. Yeah. I hope they stay safe. Community Facebook pages are the worst. Okay. I have I have a Facebook, but I literally follow 0 people. 0 people follow me. I only have it for like Marketplace and the Buy Nothing group, and that's it. I don't interact on there. It's not safe for me personally to be on Facebook. Because I just, you know, I have a stalker ex-boyfriend. I have an ex-husband that I'd rather not fucking ever see again, that I literally had to file a restraining order against. I stay away from Facebook because it's too easy for people to find you on there. I do still have my Instagram, which is also pretty easy, but I have that locked down on private. And I've pretty much kicked everybody off of there that I had concerns about. And I don't post on there much. You know what I mean? I don't post on there that much as far as like, you know, my everyday stuff. But the community pages on Facebook are just so hateful. So hateful. I quit my job because of the red hats mentality in Florida. Fucking good. I don't blame you. Or Buy Nothing group redeems humanity for me. Yeah, the Buy Nothing groups are so much better than the community pages. They still come with their issues for sure, but I do prefer them. Absolutely. I do definitely prefer them. Okay, so last, and one of the most important ones in my opinion is occupational. What are we doing occupationally for self-care? A couple of notes that I made in the past or leave a toxic work environment. Things like networking can be helpful and building resources. Now, one of the things that I literally do occupationally to protect my mental and emotional and physical health is literally not have a job. I have my work study that I do through school, and my boss is great. I've been with that employer for 3 years now. 3 years? Yeah. For 3 years now. I think I started in September of 2022. So, I've been with them for 3 years. It's part-time. It's great. I work on my own schedule. I work remotely. It's definitely not enough to support me fully financially. And so I do other things because I know that my mental health and my emotional health cannot, even my physical health, cannot handle going back to a traditional work environment. I can't do it, you guys. I'm like exhausted all the time. Sometimes I need to take midday naps. Often I just cry. And physically, I don't think people take COVID as seriously as they should. I don't think people take a lot of things as seriously as they should. And I'm just not in a position right now to do that type of thing. But like I said, I do have my work study job. I go to school. I'm currently interning at a nonprofit through school. And then I do other things to try to create my own streams of income. You know, I do social media. I have a merch line. I make scrunchies and bracelets and upcycle things. So it's not that it's not like I'm doing nothing. You know what I mean? But I had to make a lot of tough decisions to preserve my mental health. And part of that was leaving the jobs that I had. And I had multiple. I mean, I was working 3 jobs, going to school, and it just, you know, I was deteriorating, you know. Now, am I in a constant stress and struggle financially? Yeah, absolutely. But mentally and emotionally and even physically, I was in a worse spot when I was working all of those hours. And so you got to find that balance. But it's hard. It's fucking hard because you need money to survive and you need to work to make money. And so it's definitely a difficult balance. So that's what I've done for that. What about y'all? What do you do to protect yourselves when it comes to occupational topics? Recognizing what was happening while you create a new plan is important. Yeah, it was. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. I just knew what I was doing was going to end up ending me. You know what I mean? And I'd rather be alive and broke than not be here, you know. And the direction I was headed was in the direction of me not being here. So Oh, I gotta plug in. I gotta plug in the other phone. Starting to put price tags on my stuff and write a curriculum for a place to. It's nature. Wait, say that again. Starting to put price tags on my stuff and I write curriculum for a place in. What is that? It's in Nature's Earth Haven. Oh, okay, okay. That's amazing. I love that. Hold on. I think my charging outlet is breaking. Hold on. Sorry, YouTube. I think that charging port is broken. Yep, it's not working anymore. It's been doing this a little bit. It'll work sometimes. Black Mountain, North Carolina, Earth Haven. Oh, okay, okay, got it. I also work alone and make more money. Seriously, Lulu. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't sustain us, but it's a start. They bought my science and outdoor life units. Fuck yes. That's amazing. Yeah, Lulu, that's the fucking way to do it. I'm telling you. Okay, YouTube, you guys are so I'm gonna end it here for you guys, but that was it. We're still gonna stay live on TikTok for a little bit, but this phone is about to die, so I need to hang up on you guys. Thanks for being here. If you guys want to support the work that I'm trying to do, you can head over to TikTok. I'm same name, Chronicles of Chaotic Kitty, over there. You can support my work over there. The link's in the bio. And until next time, just thanks for being here and thanks for participating, and I will see you guys soon.